Hello everyone, welcome to another Primes4 demo series. This time we are starting a new demo series on SAP AI use cases. In today's session, we will be discussing prediction of delivery date for purchase order items. I am Bimal Shubhakumar. I am the SAP practice head based out of Denver, Colorado. I am accompanied by Lalit. He's a supply chain consultant, and we will be taking you all through the demo. Before we go into the details, a brief introduction of Primes4. So Primes4 is a dedicated SAP supply chain implementation company. We focus on EWM, TM, yard logistics, business network, IBP, public cloud, and other SAP S4HANA and BTP implementations. In the series, we will explore various AI use cases that can enhance efficiency and improve the business process. And we will also cover a wide range of topics, which includes standard out-of-the-box features from SAP. Since SAP AI features are available only on cloud, private or public, most of the sessions that we are focusing will be on S4HANA public cloud option. And we hope these videos will provide valuable insights and practical tips to enhance the SAP operations. So before we go into the AI use case, since this is the first session, I'll give a brief overview of artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence is is a discipline that involves emulating human behavior, right? So it is a area that has been in discussion or in research from 1940 onwards, and it's a wide umbrella term, right? So now, after that, machine learning, which is related to algorithms and predictions, that came into play something in 1970. More researchers and more models were available. And then deep learning, which is much more in-depth, complex structures, and neural networks are used to have much more complex predictive tasks and analysis. And latest in 2010 onwards, we have generative AI, which is mostly focused on unstructured data. And we have use cases in all these areas. But in today's case, we will be focusing on machine learning part of it. Even though in today's generative AI is having more traction nowadays. But we'll start humble with machine learning, and then slowly we will showcase generative AI features in subsequent sessions. But irrespective of whichever area that we are talking about, data is the key, and that building AI models is also important. Ideally, 100,000 to 1 million records may be required to train some of the models, and this can be achieved in different ways, either with own data, or we can, since it is on cloud platform or in cloud, we can train model using different data available. Today we are talking about prediction of delivery date for purchase order items. This is a scope item 3FY in S4HANA public cloud. And here the machine learning algorithms identify the supplier delays based on historical data, right? And we will showcase what all are the parameters that is used by SAP standard out-of-the-box functionality. And more importantly, this delay in delivery can affect on-time production and assembly line issues, scheduling of assembly line issues, which can be very costly. So in this demo, we will showcase the intelligent scenario management app, where we can train the model, activate the model, and then Then once model is activated, we go to the transactional app, which is predictive delivery or monitor purchase order item set, and where we go and predict the delivery date using the standard machine learning techniques. And then we will show some of our inputs and analysis, and then how to retrain the model. So that will be the high level demo that we'll be showcasing. From an SAP perspective, again, around 100K to 1 million records is expected. But this is a test system, so we are using less number of data. And too old data is also not, no, it should be avoided. So it is pretty difficult to train the data to a great accuracy, but for demo purpose, we can showcase whatever is available. Now, what are the advantages, right? So this is a AI model, but the advantages is like typically for supplier delivery, it can be erratic in some customers and in some industries, right? So having a machine learning model to predict the delivery date will help you to identify when the products will be available at the plant, and this will also help to reduce the delay or the provide realistic update to customers for finished goods, and scheduling of production line also can be managed, and it also reduce potential operational disruptions because we can proactively plan for delays and or risk with the visibility of delivery date. So now Lalit will take over to the system. So Lalit, over to you. Please showcase the demo in our S/4HANA public cloud system.
Thank you for the introduction. I'm Lalit. I'll be taking over from here on the S/4HANA public cloud system. So here I will be going through the process that we just discussed, which involves going through the intelligent scenario management application as well as the monitor purchase order application. So first, to set up our machine learning algorithm and the feature that we are accessing, we go to the intelligent management scenario application right here. So by simply accessing this application, which will take a second to load, we see a variety of packages displayed in which we need to search for the SUPL delivery prediction, supplier delivery prediction model. This is for the discussed scenario. So on clicking this and going into it by double clicking, we can see all active models. Within these models, we can choose to select and simply train the model, or we can go in and edit versions that are present. Each version has a different quality. The quality rating is based on a 5-point scale. So a quality of 1 is the lowest and a quality of 5 would be the highest. This again depends on the credibility and the size of the data present within the data set it's the model's being trained on. So here we can see a model of accuracy quality 1, which when we view the model version report, we can see a general overview on the prediction power, prediction confidence, and area under the curve. The area under the curve defines how much of the model is able to distinguish between classes or higher values and display higher accuracy. So since this doesn't have the best accuracy, we can move on to a new version that we're using based on retraining. This retraining is something done on your end, and I will show you how to do this shortly. But as we can see, a model of uh, quality 4.5 has a high predictive power of 91.5%, prediction confidence of 96.9%, and area under the curve is 96.7%. So how do we train these models? As I mentioned earlier, you can simply select the overall model and train it. Additionally, what we can do is select an existing model version, let's say model 14, and we can choose to retrain this. So let me first show you how the training feature works. When we train here, we simply click the train button. We can choose any filters, and simply click the train button at the end. This enables training for the whole model. And we get a small pop-up saying version 16 has been created. Another way to do this is going into this application, finding a model version that you're most comfortable with and confident about. For example, model 14, and choosing the retrain option. The retrain option as well as the training options allow us to add filters. So as mentioned earlier, we can avoid really old historic data to provide higher accuracy for our machine learning model. This increases prediction quality and confidence. So there are various filters we can choose from. As we can see, we can choose purchase orders, between, equal to, not equal to, and set high and low values and appropriately train the models. Additionally, we can discard any changes, deactivate models, delete models, or go through or switch between models at any time by simply selecting a model, for example, model 16, and clicking the activate button. For now, we will continue to use model 14. So if we go back to our S4HANA homepage, after the setup is done, what we want to do is see how this is being used. We do this through the monitor purchase order items application. By simply going into this application by clicking on it, we can see various fields present here. So we can set up different filters like in any other S4HANA page, and we can select created by items. We have various filters again enable different views. So let's just say I'm creating a view for myself here, and I'll change the order date. I'll keep the order date from now to, I'll change this from June 1st to July 31st, which gives us enough time to see appropriate results. So on doing so, we receive a bunch of different purchase order items. We can see that there are certain items that are present, that are just placed, and we can see that they are not predicted. On simply clicking the purchase order item, by checking the checkbox and clicking the predict delivery date, we will get an approximate delivery date. For example, this delivery, which was scheduled to be arriving on 10th of June, 10th of July, is arriving 18 days early based on historical data by the supplier and the carriers. Similarly, we can select another purchase order, or we can select multiple, up to 200 actually, and select the predict delivery date button. And since this supplier has a different track record, and historical data, this delivery, which was again supposed to be arriving on July 10th, is now arriving 14 days earlier, probably with another shipment on the 26th of June. Overall, we can see the net order value, value to be delivered, and value to be invoiced all within this graph here. We can change the views, we can change the chart type to various combinations here, and appropriately judge our data and make any necessary changes. If at any point these seem not appropriate, we can always go back to our S4, I mean, we can always go back to our intelligent management scenario, select our supplier delivery prediction, and always retrain the model to get better results based on historical data. That is it for our that is it for our demo on the intelligent management scenario and predict delivery date feature present on S4HANA Public Cloud. If you have any further questions, please contact us at contact@primes4.com. Thank you.